You know that huge choice you made a while back? The one you still think about? What if the other path didn't just vanish? What if it branched off, creating a whole new world where another version of you is living that life right now? That's the mind-bending idea we're diving into today, parallel universe travel. Just think about that for a second. A world, basically ours, but in that one you took the job you turned down, or you said yes when you actually said no. It's a concept that doesn't just question our reality, it kind of blows it up into countless copies. And that feeling, right? That sense of standing on the edge of what's known and just peering out into the great unknown, that's exactly where this whole thing kicks off. This isn't just dry physics, you guys. This is about pure possibility. All right, let's get something straight. This isn't just stuff from a sci-fi movie. We're actually digging into a pretty wild scientific idea. The idea that our reality, it's just one page in a massive book. And the pages, well, they might be thinner than we think. So, you're probably wondering, how on earth does a serious science like physics even start to think about something this crazy? Well, the answer, maybe not so surprisingly, is found in the weirdest place imaginable, the world of the super, super tiny. We're talking about the quantum realm. And this is the big one, the really bold idea. Down at that quantum level, when a particle has to make a choice, like should it spin left or spin right, the many worlds theory says it doesn't choose. No. Instead, the entire universe splits in two. In one universe, it spins left, and in a brand new, identical universe, it spins right. Both things actually happen. And get this isn't some newfangled idea. A physicist named Hugh Everett came up with this way back in 1957. So for more than 60 years, this has been a controversial but serious idea in theoretical physics. Okay, so let's blow this up from one tiny particle to you. Picture it. You're at a fork in the road. You can go left or you can go right. According to this theory, the second you make that choice, the universe itself splits. Poof. In one reality, you go left. In a perfect copy, another you goes right. And both of those yous, they're completely 100% real. Now, it's important to know that multiverse isn't just one single idea. There are a couple of major flavors. The one we've been talking about is the quantum multiverse. It's like a giant branching tree where all the branches follow the same laws of physics as ours. But then there's the cosmological multiverse. And this one is even weirder. Think of these as totally separate bubble universes, each from its own Big Bang. In these bubbles, the fundamental rules could be totally different. Gravity might be weaker, light could behave differently, everything could be alien. The sheer scale of this is, it's pretty much impossible to wrap your head around. We're not talking about a dozen other worlds. We're talking about a potentially infinite number of them. A cosmic tree that's always growing, sprouting a new branch with every tiny quantum event, every single second of every day. So, if all these other universes are out there, the next question is kind of obvious and also kind of terrifying. Could we ever get to one? And if we did, what would we even find? I mean, the implications here could literally shatter everything we think we know about reality. Just try to imagine stepping into one of those bubble universes we mentioned. You could pop into a reality where gravity is so weak you just float away, or a place where atoms are unstable and things just dissolve. Imagine a universe where time doesn't even move forward, but maybe sideways or backwards. The basic rules that make us possible, poof, gone. So how in the world could you even make that jump? Well, some really out there theories like string theory suggest our 3D reality is just one sheet of paper floating in a bigger, higher dimensional space. And if that's true, you could maybe, theoretically, poke a hole through it, like a wormhole, and create a shortcut, a branch from our universe to another one. And this is where it gets really personal. Just think about it, coming face to face with yourself, but a version of you who made all different choices, who fell in love with someone else, who has a completely different life story. Would that person still be you? It really makes you stop and ask, what even are you? Are you some fixed essence, or are you just the sum total of your experiences and memories? Meeting that other version of yourself, that echo from another path, it could completely break your sense of who you are. And this opens up a whole other can of worms. ethically speaking. I mean, if there's a version of you out there making every single choice, both good and bad, does what you do right here even matter? Or, and this is the twist, does it make your choices infinitely more important? Because this is the only reality you actually get to live. Okay, I know, this all sounds like pure speculation, right? But are there any actual clues that other universes might be out there? Believe it or not, scientists are actively looking for them. One of the coolest ideas out there is the search for something called cosmic bruises. The theory is pretty wild. If our universe actually bumped into another one way back in the beginning, it might have left a sort of scar, a weird cold spot or hot spot in the leftover radiation from the Big Bang, a signature that maybe we could spot with our telescopes right now. And so, yeah, the hunt is on. Scientists are digging through all this data from the Big Bang. They're hoping that the next wave of super powerful telescopes and massive particle accelerators might finally give us the tools we need to spot that first real clue. This has gone way past just philosophical chats. It's a real active area of scientific research. So, after all this talk about an infinite number of other worlds, let's bring it back home. What does this whole multiverse idea really tell us about the value of our reality? The one we're in, right here, right now. The science behind this is fascinating, for sure, but the human draw to it, that's even more powerful. We can't help but dream of other worlds, right? Worlds where we fixed our biggest mistakes, or where people we've lost are maybe still around. This idea taps right into some of our deepest hopes for a second chance, for wonder. And maybe that's the real point of all this. Even if there's an endless ocean of other possibilities out there, the choices you make right here, they matter. They're what give this branch of reality its weight, its meaning. They're what make this universe uniquely yours. Which kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. Maybe the real adventure isn't about building a machine to hop between universes. Maybe it's about waking up and appreciating the incredibly complex, delicate, and amazing reality we're already in. Maybe the greatest journey is the one we're on right here, right now. What do you think?